If the reports are right, Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX had their hands in everybody's pockets.
I've been covering influence operations in Washington for a long time, and I've never seen one go from 0 to 60 or maybe 100 quite so quickly. They did it all. They bought a townhouse on Capitol Hill for $3.3 million, where they held all sorts of receptions, including some as recently as the week before the election, and they found quite a willing audience.
What about the Ivy League ties, though? Do any of those connections around the FTX case stand out? You've heard of 6 degrees of separation. 6 degrees of separation is the idea that all people are 6 or fewer social connections away from each other. As a result, a chain of friend of a friend statements can be made to connect any 2 people in a maximum of 6 steps. It's also known as the 6 handshakes rule. But what about when there's just 1 degree of separation? Well, in this case, that could be a conflict of interest. So we might as well start with Sam Bankman-Fried. Born on the campus of Stanford, but he attended MIT, where he graduated in 2014. Then we have Glenn Ellison. That's the father of Caroline Ellison. Now, Glenn Ellison attended Harvard and Cambridge, but since 1994, he's been on the staff of MIT, and at times serving as the head of the economics department, and that's what he currently does. Then we have Sarah Fisher Ellison, the mother of Caroline Ellison. While she did her undergrad at Purdue University and also went to Cambridge, she completed her doctorates at MIT in 1993. Sarah Ellison is currently a senior lecturer in the department alongside her husband. Caroline Ellison's parents, both on the staff of MIT, where Sam Bankman-Fried attended college. Now, there's one missing picture that I'm going to add for MIT, but first, let's fly over to Northern California, over to Stanford. Not insinuating any connection between them at this point, but we'll continue, because on the flip side, things will get even more interesting. Now we have Caroline Ellison, whose both parents teach at MIT, and she attended Stanford, where she graduated in 2016. Now, Joseph Bankman, Sam Bankman-Fried's dad, University of California, Berkeley, in 1977. He got his law degree from Yale Law School in 1980. Remember that, 1980. He's been teaching at Stanford since 1988. And Barbara Fried, Sam Bankman-Fried's mother, she graduated from Harvard with an English and American literature degree in 1977. She got a master's in 1980, and she got her law degree from Harvard in 1983. She joined Stanford Law School faculty in 1987. So wait, Sam Bankman-Fried's parents, both tenured professors at Stanford. Caroline Ellison's parents, both tenured professors at MIT. And Sam Bankman-Fried went to MIT, and Caroline Ellison went to Stanford. Okay, fair. That's a coincidence. But remember that one picture I told you that was missing? Let's add that to it. That's when people suspect something sinister was going on. You draw your own conclusion. That missing photo that belongs alongside Sam Bankman-Fried and Caroline Ellison's parents at MIT, that would be the SEC's very own Gary Gensler. Gary Gensler taught a course 2018 to 2019 at MIT. Now, many have said that his boss was none other than Caroline Ellison's father, Glenn Ellison. Now, from what I can tell, as far as Glenn Ellison being Gary Gensler's boss at that time, because as I said earlier, he was head over the department, it looks like he was not the head over the department at that time. If you look it up, that is what you'll see. But still, he was in the department, and there's essentially no way that they do not know each other. I wouldn't be surprised if Glenn Ellison was in on the hiring process of Gary Gensler. But in fairness, that's Glenn Ellison. That is not Sam Bankman-Fried or his parents. Do you believe this connection is any deeper than that, or is that simply all it is?
And among Washington policymakers, both on the Hill, members of Congress who were the beneficiaries of super PAC spending, who were writing letters to the SEC, urging them not to investigate, not to proceed with what appears to have been a preliminary fact-finding investigation into FTX.
Another Ivy League connection in this FTX case would be Yale. Sam Bankman-Fried got that $250 million bond. Judge Gabriel Gorenstein in the Southern District of New York, he's the one who set that bond. Well, it just so happens he got his bachelor's degree from Yale in 1979. And if you remember, Joseph Bankman graduated from Yale Law School in 1980. Once again, not saying they know each other, but they were at Yale at the same time. The prosecutor actually went to Yale as well. Now, he graduated from Harvard in 2002 and graduated from Yale in 2007. Now, he's quite a bit younger than the rest of the players in all this, so that's something I thought that was interesting too. But at the heart of it, the real focus is on Gary Gensler, and people have really been putting pressure on it. Do you think Gary Gensler has anything to do with FTX? Do you think there's any corruption? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Or is it just mere coincidence?